Hey guys, welcome to the Rideshare Report. I'm Mike Dean, and thanks for joining me for today's special report. Today I want to talk about Uber and Lyft's free vehicle inspection process and whether that's actually the best option for drivers. Now, I recently had my vehicle inspected by Uber's Vehicle Inspection Center. And the only reason why I actually used Uber's Vehicle Inspection Center is because I had just recently had my vehicle inspected by my dealer. I'm still under warranty. In fact, I actually have an extended warranty that I paid for. So every 5,000 miles, I get my vehicle inspected. So I thought, why waste 20 bucks and go to a certified vehicle inspection location such as Wheelworks or Firestone or Jiffy Lube to have my car inspected. Instead, I decided the option to use Uber's free vehicle inspection process down at their center here in San Francisco. So now keep in mind, it's a 19-point inspection process as required by whatever city and state local government that mandates it in your state. The requirements change slightly from state to state, and fundamentally there are actually two different types of requirements, and it depends on the state that you live in. And I got Lyft's car inspection page here, and I'm just going to read off what those two different types of requirements are, and it pretty much applies to Uber and or any other TNCs as well. Now, in Portland, Seattle, drivers must have their vehicles inspected at a facility inspection center. In Colorado Springs, Dallas, Denver, Honolulu, Minnesota, St. Paul, and Virginia Beach, drivers must have their vehicles inspected by a state-mandated inspection center. Now, for the most part, I would imagine that any of these requirements, any of these inspection centers are BAR certified. That's the Bureau of Automotive Repair. So that anyone performing, the inspections, whether it's a shop or a center or a location, are BAR certified. Now, all other cities, keep this in mind, all other cities, Uber and Lyft are actually able to perform their own vehicle inspection on your car. So here in California, as mandated by the California Public Utilities Commission, it is a 19-point vehicle inspection. However, it is not BAR certified required, which means that Uber and Lyft can actually perform their own vehicle inspections on your vehicle. And that also, again, includes all other cities other than Portland, Seattle, Colorado Springs, Dallas, Denver, Honolulu, Minnesota, St. Paul, and Virginia Beach. So, again, I got my vehicle inspected here. It's a 19-point inspection process, and it was kind of quick. It was actually rather quick. I just went in, about 15 minutes, I was out the door. So I was surprised, and I was glad. I was, boom, quick, done, easy, out, back on the road. However, the only problem with that is that I noticed that they checked off all the boxes. They gave me flying colors. But some of the items on the list, they actually didn't really inspect. And I even asked the mechanic there, and he says, no, we don't expect these particular items. And that was the brakes, the steering column, and the tire treads. And the reason why they don't inspect them is because there's no tools. It's not the right facility. So they can't possibly inspect them. So now, this is not an Uber or a Lyft. Of course, Uber uses vehicle inspection centers, keep this in mind, with those all other states. And Lyft actually uses Lyft mentors. Now, it's extremely important for the TNCs, whether you're a new driver or a current driver, to get you on the road as soon as possible, especially if you're a new driver. They want to whip you through the vetting process, from sign up to background checks to getting all your documents uploaded to the final phase, which is your vehicle inspected. And then get you out there, get on the road, get you to go make some money. So it's a great process. Uber and Lyft do a great job of kind of vetting you through the process, but there might be a few things that might not necessarily be beneficial to you as a driver in terms of getting your vehicle inspected. I was watching. I'm sorry. I was watching a video with the Rideshare guy. If you guys are not familiar with him, it's the rideshareguy.com, and he was talking about and promoting Uber and Lyft's free vehicle inspection. And I thought that was kind of a great idea, but you don't really need to promote that, because Uber and Lyft will both let you know, if you're either driver, that you need to get your vehicle inspected. So you don't need it promoted. You don't need anyone kind of reminding you, because they'll do it for you. But what struck me about the video and about some of the written content was that he was promoting Uber and Lyft's free inspection. Now keep it in mind, in all other cities where Uber and Lyft perform a vehicle inspection for free, you still have the option as a driver to have your vehicle inspected by a bar certified shop. That is a shop, a mechanic, or a tire center that is bar certified. That means they are certified by the Bureau of Automotive Repair to perform this particular 19-point inspection, which means that you will have your tires inspected, you will have your steering column inspected, and you will have your tire treads inspected. So obviously it's to your benefit. So like I said, I was a little surprised that the rideshare guy would actually suggest to the community of drivers to get the free option, as opposed to making sure that you get the best vehicle inspection process for your vehicle. That's the way I look at it. I think it's just his responsibility as well as mine, and I'm, as a driver who knows lots of other drivers, I always suggest to them, to have your vehicle inspected, properly, or the best that you can. Now, I guess it might be a little challenging and difficult for some people to come out of their pocket, with 20 bucks to make sure their vehicle is inspected properly. But here's the thing: free is not always free, and at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. So if you take your car in because you want to save 20 bucks, you actually might be paying more for doing that somewhere down the line. We're talking about brakes, folks. We're talking about your steering column, and we're talking about your tires. Just those three things alone should really be inspected properly. Because just check it out. Because if your brakes are low, and you come out of that free inspection center, and 2 months later you hit your rotors, that's going to cost you $85 per rotor. We're not even talking about the labor. So it can cost you more not spending the 20 bucks, not spending the $20, and having your vehicle inspected properly. The same thing with your tire treads. If your treads are low and you're out there at the door, 2 months later, it's raining, you hit a puddle and you're what do you call it, hydrofoil, across the freeway, because your treads are low. That's on you. So, but basically what I'm trying to say, guys, is that it's your responsibility to make sure that your car is inspected properly. And just because Uber and Lyft provide free vehicle inspection doesn't mean that you are good to go. That is the decision that you're going to be making at the end. Uber and Lyft are doing their job to get you out the door and on the road as soon as possible. But ultimately, it is your responsibility to make sure your vehicle is operating properly, and that you take it to the right sources, the right shops, to make sure it's working properly. Taking it to a bar certified inspection center such as Wheelworks or Firestone or Jiffy Lube or Big O Tires, they may find things that Uber and Lyft cannot find for your car. That could do a number of things. A, it could save you lots of money, and B, it could actually save you your life, if not the lives of others. So I'm always thinking about safety when it comes to my vehicle. As I mentioned, I have a relatively new vehicle. November 2013 is when I purchased a new 2013. I followed my maintenance schedule accordingly, and when my 30,000 miles was up, I actually purchased an extended maintenance program. So I have another 25,000 miles for just 300 bucks. I save money, and I have my vehicle inspected properly. In fact, if you have a new car, if you've passed your vehicle inspection process, or if you can go to a dealership and actually purchase like maybe some kind of vehicle inspection warranty program, I definitely suggest that you do so. I mean, this is Toyota. I got a Prius. I got my vehicle inspected recently. It's a multi-point inspection. It's at least 55 points. So they go kind of deep, you know, in terms of inspecting my vehicle and making sure everything is working accordingly. Plus, I get free oil changes, filters, you name it. And if I got a light bulb that's out, you know, headlight that's out, they'll actually replace it and do the labor for free. Yeah, I know. So I don't want to change my own light bulbs, what can I tell you? But that's what I want to share with you guys. Free is great. You know, getting on the road is great. But, you know, paying $20 or perhaps a little more can actually save you money in the long run. And it can actually help to prevent you from being in an accident. You know, a vehicle, a 2,000, 3,000 ton, 3,000 pound vehicle is no joke. You know, when you're moving 60, 70 miles an hour, you got to do everything possible, you know, to make sure that you are driving safe. You know, here in San Francisco, it's a madhouse. I mean, it's a madhouse, you know, so you're constantly dodging, and unfortunately for a lot of drivers, they're having accidents. So you got to do everything possible to make sure that your vehicle is at its optimal and that it's safe, that your wheels and your tire treads, of course, you know, I just want to, speaking of tire treads, you should have your tires rotated continuously. You know, whether you have bought tires separate from your car, whether you have a maintenance program or not, you know, if you bought them from Wheelworks or Big O or American Tires, take your tires back. You know, they send you a schedule. You can go back to have your tires rotated. That will extend the life of your tires, okay, by having them rotated, okay? So that's all I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, please post them up. I'd love to hear back from you. If there are any other videos you would like me to do, please send me, you know, some suggestions. Give me some of your ideas. I'll be more than doing for you. And keep in mind that, you know, this is designed. You know, this video is really designed with you in mind. You know, I'm just taking that level of responsibility to reach out to you, the community. I definitely suggest you not take the Rideshare guy's suggestion on getting free vehicle inspection. I think he was also recommending Your Mechanic at yourmechanic.com. Your Mechanic charges $35 for a vehicle inspection. Now keep in mind, just so you know about Your Mechanic, you know, they're an on-demand. They'll come to your location to work on your car. There's a very few tools that they can bring. They can't put your car up and look under it. There's a lot of things they can't do. They're on demand. They come to you. But they won't come to you on a city street. They won't come to you in a parking lot. They'll only come to you on property that you actually own. So that's got to be your house, your driveway, or the street in front of your house where it's your property. They will not perform any type of maintenance whatsoever on any other locations other than the ones I've just mentioned. So that's, you know, like I said, Your Mechanic is also being promoted by the Rideshare guy. But I think you can, by the way, it's in San Francisco and or in California, Uber actually gives you a list of bar certified vehicle inspection centers. And I believe they've partnered up with them as well. And if I'm not mistaken, it's about $20 because I had mine done last year with Wheelworks. It was $20. Now, it did take a little bit more time. I didn't care about the 20. I'd rather have it go into a bar certified shop and have them inspected. It took about an hour and a half, I believe, but it was worth the time because it was peace of mind. And to me, peace of mind is the best thing I can think of right now, way more than free. So, at the end of the day, like I mentioned, it's up to you to make the decision on how you take care of your vehicle. I hope that you're doing the right thing. Whether you're an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, or you're just a regular Joe who has a vehicle, you should be following your manufacturer's maintenance program. You should be changing your oil accordingly. You should have your, you know, you should be doing it by the book. It's for your benefit. It will help to extend the life of your vehicle, getting your oil changes, your transmission changes, getting your tires rotated. It's to your benefit. It's going to cost you less in the long run. And if you don't do it the right way, you're going to pay one way or another. And for 20 bucks, free vehicle inspections, it's just not worth it. It's just $20, guys. That's 4 lattes. Keep in mind. So, thanks again for joining me. Hope to see you guys soon with the next video blog or vlog. Again, send in your suggestions, your comments, and share the video, throughout the rideshare community. Have a great day. Uber on and Lyft on? Lyft off? I don't know. See you guys.